So hi, today we will discuss a new topic, and this topic is very interesting topic. So we know that when we feel very cool in the winter, we cover our body by the blanket. That is true. So like this way, one layer totally cover our earth surface. So this layer is known as atmosphere. So our first question is, what is atmosphere? So atmosphere is a mixture of gases like carbon dioxide, nitrogen, oxygen, argon, neon, xenon, krypton, etc. Not only the gases but also the SPM means suspended particulate matter like dust, water vapor, smoke, etc. So this atmosphere is divided in 5 different parts based on the temperature and composition of the gases. So these 5 layers together are called the structure of the atmosphere. So today I will discuss one by one layer of the atmosphere. So you can see in here in the down part it is called troposphere. So that troposphere extended from 0 to 12 kilometer approximately, and this layer is very important layer of the earth because the maximum the weather phenomena occur in this layer, and this layer height depend on the different latitudes. Like in the equatorial area, this layer height approximately 15 kilometer, but in the polar area, its height from the earth surface 8 kilometer, average 12 kilometers. Now come to the next layer of the atmosphere. It is called stratosphere. So the stratosphere extended from the earth surface 12 kilometer to 15 kilometer. So this layer is also a very important layer, but its temperature is less than the troposphere, and this layer also very calm. That's why the maximum balloons and aeroplane traveling in this layer, and this layer has that on important layer we call it is ozone layer or O3, and it is located on 30 to 35 kilometers up above the height from earth surface. Now come to the next layer of the atmosphere. It is known as Mesosphere. So this Mesosphere extend from the earth surface 50 to 80 kilometer approximately, and this layer also a very important layer of the atmosphere because this layer basically increase the temperature, and this layer also very calm. Now after that, the next year it is known as Thermosphere, and this Thermosphere extend from the earth surface 80 to 700 kilometer up above the height approximately, and this layer also have the maximum temperature, because in this layer when you go, then you can feel that layer when we go basically up above the high in the troposphere, it's decrease the temperature, but in here increase the temperature. That is the difference between the troposphere and the thermosphere. And one important thing also presented in there, in this layer, this is known as the satellite station. We know that satellite, that artificial satellite basically, this satellite station observe the different type of satellite. That is very important of our resource. So this satellite station is presented in this layer only. Now after this layer, that one important layer presented, this is or located, this name is Exosphere, and this Exosphere have that maximum temperature more than 2500 degrees centigrade, because have that all simple reason, because maximum the radioactive wave floating in this area. So this radioactive wave absorb the sunlight and it's create the different crystal and increase the temperature. So that is the exosphere, and that exosphere also known as outer layer of the atmosphere, and it is extended from the earth surface 700 to 10,000 kilometers approximately. After the only after this 10,000, this is beyond of the atmosphere, and it is the part of the outer part of the earth surface and the earth atmosphere. So this is today's our topic, the structure of the atmosphere, and that atmosphere is very important for us, because this atmosphere is basically presented in where? In the planet of the earth, and this atmosphere is help us to create the lives in the earth. If you see the other planets, that like of the structure of the atmosphere are not present. That's why the other planet not existing any lives. Okay, some scientists are start to research, but they have not get the maximum evidence. But we can see in our earth, we have that type of the layer, and that layer is very important, because you see in the ozone layer of the atmosphere, this layer absorbs the ultraviolet ray, and that ultraviolet ray is very important for what? Very important to absorb in where? In the ozone layer. If the ozone layer are not presented in this particular layer, you can see any lives of the earth are not exist, because this layer absorb the ultraviolet ray or UV ray, and this ultraviolet ray is very harmful for our skin, because suddenly you listen that news, the Antarctica areas, the ozone hole also present, and that ozone hole support to coming ultraviolet ray in where? In the Antarctica region. And you know that this ultraviolet ray is very very bad, because this ultraviolet ray create the skin cancer. So that's why this ozone layer is very important for our lives. So not only our lives, but also the full earth, because this atmosphere have that many important gases, and that beyond of these important gases we cannot live, like carbon dioxide, like oxygen support to create life in that planet. And also you know that the recent era the human influences very badly of the atmosphere in the